Hey there my peeps, I'm here with some more Extreme Rules 2013 prediction game videos. It's the United States Championship match, Kofi Kingston defending his title against Dean Ambrose of the Shield. And I've gotta say, it's definitely an unexpected match. I mean, when you look at when the Shield first started, when the Shield made their debut at Survivor Series, it seemed like, well, actually not at that point, but I think that it was a Raw after or something like that. But pretty much, in the beginning, it seemed like the leader of the Shield, the main guy, was going to be Roman Reigns. He was going to be the leader, he was going to be the guy. If one of the guys in the team was going to go after a singles championship while the Shield was still a stable, I thought for sure it was going to be Roman Reigns. But now, over the past few months, it seems like that role of the leader or the main guy has switched to Dean Ambrose. But I mean, not even the leader, but I'd say the main guy maybe, but not necessarily the leader. See, the Shield, I think, is the first faction where it's like there's not a leader. Well, there doesn't seem to be a leader. It seems like all members are equal. You look at, for example, the core. When Wade Barrett made the core, he was saying that the core is all about not having a leader, everybody's an equal. But I mean, everybody, was referring to Wade Barrett as the leader. It didn't seem that way. While Wade Barrett was saying that everybody was equals, it really didn't look that way, and it definitely, Wade Barrett stood out as the leader of that group, as he did in the Nexus. But in Nexus, he pretty much, said that he was the leader. It was obvious. But I mean, as far as the Shield goes, really, I'd say this is the stable where there isn't a leader. Although I'm saying, Roman Reigns is the main guy or Dean Ambrose is the main guy. By that, I mean like the guy that would go for a singles championship, while the other two maybe go for the tag team championships or something like that. But Roman Reigns still remains the power guy, the guy that hits the power bomb. He's the one that actually delivers the power bomb, while Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins help or set that person up for Roman Reigns to power bomb them. And yeah. Anyways, that aside, as I said in the official prediction game video, I am going with Dean Ambrose winning this one. And I definitely do hope he wins this one too. Not just because it's my prediction, but I actually want to see it happen. I do want to see every single member of the Shield hold championship gold. It's been a long time that we haven't had a stable hold all the titles. Well, not all the titles, but have every single member of that stable, that faction, hold championships. And if the Shield does that, then they'd be the first faction to do so in a while. The last faction and I'm talking about the WWE here. I'm not talking about TNA. The last faction to do that was Evolution, where Triple H was a world champion. You also had, I think, Batista and Ric Flair as the tag team champions, Randy Orton as the Intercontinental champion. And actually, maybe I remember when Edge was a world champion and he had, the Edge brothers, or Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder as his Edgeheads, actually, Edgeheads. And you also had Chavo in his group and Vicky Guerrero. I know Edge was the world champion, Chavo was the ECW champion. But as far as the Major Brothers, I don't know, I'm getting confused here. Edgeheads or whatever, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, I believe they didn't hold the tag team titles during that time. So yeah, it's been a couple years that we haven't had a stable hold all the titles. Crap, I keep saying all the titles, not all the titles, but you know what I mean. And when it was done before, it was, the main guy held the World Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, or maybe ZW Championship, one of the top belts. But in this case, it's actually different, where you've got, the singles guy with the United States Championship, one of the mid-card titles, the secondary title, and you've got the other two, fighting or holding the tag team titles. And pretty much, if the reason why I think Dean Ambrose is going to win is just because that's the scenario I see happening, is them all holding championship gold. And I feel like Kofi Kingston, the fact that he won the United States Championship kind of out of nowhere by surprise, I feel he just won it so one of the members of the Shield, in this case Dean Ambrose, could take it away from Kofi Kingston. You know, instead of taking it away from another heel in Antonio Cesaro. And you know what? I was thinking maybe the guys that would challenge for the tag team titles would be maybe Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, but Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins actually makes more sense because you've got, it's kind of like the same type of tag team as Team Hell No, so they could be good rivals, where you've got the power guy in Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, the more agile guy, the smaller guy. So, yeah, anyways, I'm sticking with my prediction of Dean Ambrose to win the United States Championship. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, you can click that like button. I'd really appreciate it. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.